You can get with this, you could get with that. What's going on? It's me, LA, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. How are you guys doing today? Good morning, good evening, good day, good night, good afternoon, whatever time zone you're repping. How you doing, my cool peeps? High five, bam. It's another episode of the Joe Budden Podcast, episode 895 of Spirited Conversation. They talked a lot, so I skipped through a lot of it. Well, I shouldn't say skipped because I actually listened to it. But some of the things they were talking about, I didn't want to discuss. Like I said, I do like the JBB podcast, but over here it's more of a wholesome type of situation on my platform. So what I do is censor everything. But you're more than welcome to click on the link in the description box below, and it will take you directly to this particular episode I'm talking about, JVP Ep 895, A Spirited Conversation. But they've been talking for a nice little block now about Alzheimer's disease, and I'm probably saying it wrong, okay? But you know what I'm talking about, so let's not get all technical. But there was a portion of the conversation in reference when all of the cool guys and one gal were gathered on the sofas talking about it. And it was at this particular timestamp of the 1 hour, 49 minute, 12 second marker. It is the 1 hour, 49 minute, 12 second marker where they were mentioning that, Mona said she was watching documentaries about Alzheimer's. And then, to my knowledge, who's the guy name? It is, yeah, I'm having a brain fart, guys. But I have my notes right here, so thankfully, just 1 second while I look through my notes, and I won't be editing this out because this is real life, real stuff right here. So we have Joe, Mona, Parks, Ice. I believe it was Ice. He interjected right after Mona said she was watching documentaries, and he was saying, yeah, because I heard it can be difficult because there's levels of Alzheimer's. So what I'm going to do really quickly is rewind that to confirm, just for confirmation that was Ice who interjected, and basically agreed with Mona that Alzheimer's can be a rough patch in people's lives. So just 1 second, I'm not even going to pause it. I'm playing it right now, and I'm getting ready to rewind about 20 seconds. Hang on, guys. They're silly. Outside looking in, it might be worse, but they may not even know. Okay, there we go. Okay, see, I stand corrected. Twitch is why I do have my notes, and once again, I'm not editing this out. Yeah, so it was Ish who interjected and said that Alzheimer's can be difficult. He's saying he's talking about personal experience right now to expound with Mona. Thinking about someone that you love and who would you give your life for. How heavy that's got to be when the person you have this close connection to, they don't know who you are anymore. It kind of just dissolves and washes away the brotherhood, the sisterhood of the relationship, and it can take a toll on people because they see that being washed away and dissolved before their eyes. So once again, I really like this portion of the conversation because as of now, all of the fellas and the one woman is chiming in, and they're actually bringing some valuable nuggets to the conversation, which brings me to the point of wanting to talk about this, my cool peeps. Once again, what struck my attention was the fact that between all of the conversations that Mona brought up, she really expounded on that, which was funny. She was so animated about how she would not want to be the one who had to be taken care of if heaven forbid, I don't want that to happen to anybody. If she were to, get struck and drink, do did done. Y'all know what I'm saying. Alzheimer's. She just said she wouldn't want to go out that way. Shouts out to Mona for being so animated, even when talking about the dark times of life and the possibilities of what could happen to people or what has unfortunately happened to people in this thing we call life. Shouts out to Prince So what caught my attention, guys, at that timestamp that I said about 3 minutes ago, that there are levels of Alzheimer's. Now, that makes sense to me. And so what I did was go into AI Overview and just asked, what are the levels of Alzheimer's? And according to AI Overview, shout out to AI Overview for being a very beneficial tool in my life. Alzheimer's disease typically progresses through 3 main stages: uno, dos, tres, early mild, middle moderate, and late severe, or a 7-stage clinical scale spanning from no symptoms to profound memory loss and physical decline. It involves gradual cognitive impairment, memory, language, reasoning, and functional decline requiring increasing care, often lasting years. Now look, I haven't had Alzheimer's, praise God, but there's been some bouts in my life of stress that I feel unnecessarily forced upon me, that caused a lot of these things, and I was super duper young. So it's like it's a fine line. Can stress be can stress be one of the things that ushers you into early onset Alzheimer's? Because I tell you guys, I was going through heck and high water. And if you're interested in knowing some of my heck and high water, I have Through My Eyes, my life told, by how I interpreted it. I do have a playlist about that where I start from probably the age of 5, from when I can first start remembering stuff, all the way up to right now. I think I'm probably talking about a lot of the bad things that happened to me, probably right up to 3rd grade. I just been slow walking this so y'all can get to know me, and also so I can tell my story, because what's the point in only having one side of the story? So I've been slowly telling mine, so it'll be fair for y'all to decide. Because it's a lot of things in Saginaw, Michigan, 48601, where I was born and raised from, where I don't think my truth has been completely told clearly, because there was a lot of malicious people, one in particular, who was going around spreading misinformation about me. And a lot of the people in Saginaw, Michigan, 48601 are unfortunately still choosing to believe it. So I'm making it my official business to say my piece, and then you take it how you want it. I know I deviated off of the conversation, but that too can lead to my opinion of early onset Alzheimer's or some kind of mild stroke. So to me, this is a fine line between a stress overload and Alzheimer's. Moving forward, my cool piece, according to AI Overview, key stages of Alzheimer's disease. Stage 1, no impairment, preclinical. No symptoms are noted, but pathological changes. For example, amyloid, AMYLOID, plaque buildup are occurring in the brain. I wonder if that would help counteract that if we took some strong fish oil pills, fish oil vitamins, omega-3s, fatty acids. Stage 2, according to AI Overview, very mild decline, predormal, so it's PRODROMAL. Subtle memory changes indistinguishable from normal aging, such as forgetting names or misspelling items. Once upon a time, when I was in a bad bout of stress, I was having these issues. So tell me what the difference is, stress or Alzheimer's. So since I was super duper young when this happened, doctors would probably just say it's stress and dismiss everything else, disregarding that I could have had underlying issues going. Shouts out to being black and having poor health insurance. Heaven help me, Lord, because if there is some mild things going on with me that need to be checked out, I will never know until it's unfortunately too late. My name is Elay, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Carrying on, according to AI Overview, key stages of Alzheimer's disease. Stage 3, mild cognitive impairment, MCI. Noticeable memory lapses, such as losing items or forgetting recent events, struggling with planning or organizing. Heaven help us, because we've all gone through that. Stage 4, mild Alzheimer's, moderate decline. Clear deficits in short-term memory, such as forgetting details about personal history, poor concentration, and difficulty with complex tasks. Example, managing finances. Once upon a time when I was a little girl, I had issues with all of those things listed in elementary, and I got in trouble for not remembering those things. Going to find out I had an IEP. So what does that leave me? Stage 5, moderate Alzheimer's, moderately severe decline, significant confusion, inability to recall addresses or phone numbers, and difficulty choosing proper clothing, assistance needed for daily living tasks. This sounds like a lot of cognitive issues right here that coming up through elementary and high school and stuff, they would just consider you as slow. You know, like I said, I had an IEP. You know, I didn't even know how serious that was, because when I was growing up, they didn't take that seriously. So I didn't take it seriously, but I didn't know there was something going on with me until in my 30s. Heaven help us all. Stage 6, according to AI Overview, moderately, what is that? Moderately, moderately, moderately severe Alzheimer's. Stage 6, moderately severe Alzheimer's, severe decline. Severe cognitive decline, including personality changes, aggression, agitation, wandering, needing help with dressing and bathing, and often losing awareness or recent experiences. To me, that sounds like when I had a bad bout of depression. So what is the difference? I'm not being funny, I'm just raising questions, because these things seem like it walks a fine line between stress and whatever Alzheimer's really is or isn't. Stage 6, according to AI Overview, shouts out to AI. Stage 7, severe Alzheimer's, very severe decline, loss of ability to respond to the environment, speak, and eventually control movement, including swallowing. This is the final end stage where 24/7 care is necessary. Progression note. Alzheimer's is a progressive fatal disease, and the speed of progression varies significantly by individuals. While the stages are described sequentially, they often overlap. You guys, this is a real thing, and it's actually scary as I read about it. Hold on, guys. For those of you who are going through it, hold on to those who have horrible insurance or no insurance at all. Having horrible insurance is just about as bad as having no insurance at all. I've been in and out of these doctors, and all they've been telling me is lies. But since I'm not educated enough to go in there with factual proof to tell them that I know there's something wrong, they're just going to dismiss me. Heaven help us all. Shouts out to the Joe Budden Podcast for actually taking some serious time sitting around the white sofas, kicking out information and their personal experiences and their feelings in reference to this horrible thing called Alzheimer's. I'm going to play it a little bit more in the background to see if they say anything else that catch my attention. And then if they do, I will say something else. So what I'm going to actually do is just pause this and listen for a few ticks. So what they're talking about right now at the 1 hour 50 minute marker, 1 hour 50 minute marker, 38-second marker, they're kind of talking about, you know, what about the vows of till death do us part, sickness and health. You know, the same typical talk that most people say nowadays. Unfortunately, people don't tend to honor the marital vows. But Mark, thankfully, is a pillar of truth in this balancing needle as the fellas chat around the sofas. You know, she stands firm, and if that were to happen, that he will still remain faithful. And I'm like, high five my dog, because I am married. I've been married to my husband for 10 years, y'all, and we will be hitting our 11th year of marriage this July 8th. So that's how I feel too. Sickness and health, richer or poor, all that stuff, man. It's like, I'm here for the long haul. It's just as simple as that. It is what it is. Marriage is like one of the most simplest sets of rules to follow. It's so much easier to keep up with opposed to all these other legalism rules that we have, like filing taxes. That get tricky now. This shouldn't be so tricky, y'all. You know, take out 6%. What else do you want from me? You know, stuff like that. And then the 10 Commandments. You know, that's a lot of stuff. But if you're naturally a good person, maybe it won't be so hard, you know, so I get that too. But good mercy, marriage is the easiest thing to me. It's so simple. It's just, you're my best friend. Why in the H would I want to hurt my best friend? And just on those principles alone, that should be a good, strong enough compass to help you deviate through this whole marriage situation. I don't want to hurt my best friend in the whole wide world. So I have to be mindful of how I move, how I act. You know, it's just as simple as that. But once again, guys, it's really nice to hear them talk about something that can affect all of us. So, shouts out to the Joe Budden Podcast. I'm getting ready to wrap it up right here. This is one of my longer reviews, reaction clips I've made in reference to the JBP. My name is Elay, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. I'm going to have a little music to roll us out from what I just said, because it was kind of heavy. I'm going to roll out with some music, and then after the music plays, it's going to be a shameful plug of my advertisement. I love you all. Thank you so much for coming in. Until next time, you know what it is. I will see you next video.